Today we're going to talk about how to use our workshop success notes to have successful casting director workshops. At theworkshopguru.com, we advocate a strategic use of casting director workshops to build relationships with industry decision makers. And that has to do with being really targeted, being really prepared, and then following up to build those relationships. So one of the tools that we provide at Workshop Guru is our workshop success notes. So before you watch this video, you might want to download those at theworkshopguru.com/success. I'm going to walk you through some essential components of the worksheet that will help you have success. So the first is preparation for the workshop. You want to make sure you have all your materials ready. And so part of the checklist is that you have your headshot and resume and your slides prepared. I would recommend that if you have material that you need to prepare for the workshop, whether it's a scene or a monologue, that you work on that with someone who you trust, whether it's an acting teacher or a coach or just a fellow actor who's a friend. Now, the next section is doing some research on the casting director or the person that you're going to meet. You always want to make sure you know what projects they're working on and kind of what projects they have an affinity for, even before you put them on your target list, right? So that's part of the checklist as well. There's also a section for you to take notes during the workshop and for you to write down any questions you have for the casting director. Your research that you do will yield great questions that you can ask during the workshop. The next section of the workshop, or of the checklist, is all about staying in touch. One of the things you should learn during a workshop is how the person prefers to be stayed in touch with. So do they love postcards? Do they have social media? Maybe they have a Facebook fan page that's specifically for actors. Maybe they love actors to drop in. Believe it or not, some casting directors do love that. So make sure you learn that and you mark that on your workshop success notes. You also want to reflect on your performance, and that's a key component of these success notes. You want to note what went well during the workshop and what you want to change for the next workshop. And then the final part that I want to highlight is that you have a follow-up plan set. So are you going to send a thank you note? Are you going to workshop again with this person in a few months? Now, Workshop Guru members can rate and review the casting director and the workshop studio on theworkshopguru.com. So be sure to join us and do that if you haven't already done so. We'll see you next week on Guru Tips for Actors. Bye.